Nerd Daily News for Thursday. I'm your host, Jay Wheeler, and here's what we got going for today. We got Review Thursday. We're going to review the comic books that I got yesterday and I read, and then we got some great news about Walking Dead, a good friend of mine's mixtape video on YouTube. There's a Batman museum in Thailand, and the Nemesis screenplay, if you ever read the Nemesis comic book, is finally finished. So, let's get started with Review Thursday and the comic books that I have gotten. Now, I have Fanboy vs. Zombies, right here. I did not read this all, so therefore I can only review a couple of pages of this because I did not read this all. Look at this. This is a lot. This is a lot. Not to mention it's number 3, which I did not know, and so I'm kind of just like jumped into it. But I've read a couple issues beforehand, and I tend to go by the 1 and 2, so everything would be great. All right, now let's start off with the Court of Owls number 1. By the way, today's nerd background noise is World War Z. Again, got it off of Xbox. Yeah, they do a wonderful service with this whole pre-order video stuff. I can see movies 2 weeks before they come out, and it's amazing. So, all right, now, Court of Owls, issue 1, Batman and Robin, 23.2. This one was really dark. I gotta say, like creepy horror movie, great like good horror movie kind of dark. Which the story was dark, the drawings were dark. It just was an all around just like really creepy dark issue, which I kind of liked because at the beginning it starts with a sheriff, not a sheriff, a commissioner running to his house and telling his whole family, "We gotta go. I can't explain, but we gotta go," kind of thing. And then all of a sudden his kid walks in, which, by the way, if your kid walks in with a smile and there's like a zombie apocalypse happening, or someone in a rabbit mask is in the house murdering people, and your son comes in with a smile, either A, run away from him, B, shoot him in the head, or C, you know, hit him. Now, I don't condone killing violence, but like I said, if those 3 tragedies are happening, you get away. Because as the commissioner was trying to get everything together, his son came in smiling and started singing the song that the Court of Owls have the Talon sing when he's about to kill someone. So that was creepy. But basically, it's just going through the how the Court of Owls started and what their history of being in Gotham has to do with trying to destroy Batman. So, great issue. Great issue. If you want to be creeped out, I suggest reading this in the dark. Well, with the lights turned off and like maybe one like reading light. Read this issue because it's creepy and it's yeah. Secondly, a Justice League Killer Frost issue number 1, 7.2. And this one, it's an origin story, and it talks about how Killer Frost, how she got her powers and how she became a supervillain. Which, again, another horror movie scenario, which was great. I'm pretty sure that in all of these Forever Evil issues that are coming out are going to be kind of like horror movies, mini horror movies, because she was she was a very smart woman, and she moved to Alaska to study with all these people on how to make, I believe it was some sort of cold fusion device. So, as she's, tinkering and everything, all the other scientists don't think she's that smart because she's blonde, she's beautiful. They don't think she will know everything. But she actually fixes. It's the other formal word of fixes fixes the cold fusion device and makes it actually start working, which takes the scientists that were there and have them turn on her, throw her into the cold fusion device before it's about to explode, and they say, sorry, but we're getting paid so much great money to just live in Alaska that we're going to have to kill you. So basically, they throw it in there. Cold fusion device explodes, but the machine doesn't explode itself. It just forms like ice, like an ice egg over her, and then that's how she gets her powers. Now her body's just not completely cold. It's not like Mr. Freeze. She actually needs heat to feed off of people to use her ice powers. So basically that's what this issue is about, is talking about how the struggle she has with getting these new powers, using these new powers, finding out that there's access to evil, thinking that it can help, but then finding out that Firestone could actually possibly maybe cure her. Who knows? But that's where the issue ends. Again, great issue. I can see why these 3D covers and issues are pretty hard to find if you do not have a Saber, because they're just great. They're great small mini horror movies. Lastly, Trigon #1, Teen Titans issue 23.1. Again, origin story about how his father and him become the evil demons that they are, and how he gets a human daughter, Raven. And yeah, it's basically just another origin story. Not necessarily a real horror movie, but more science fiction horror. So, but still, great, because it shows how his father basically grabbed a a human woman, impregnated her, then threw her back into Earth, and said, "Well, guess what? You're pregnant by me now." And so she has the pregnant demon baby. Comes out to be Trigon, and he learns how to basically do evil. So, and then he has a kid, and it's Raven. So now yeah. I was thinking about something else I wanted to say, but it didn't come out. So yeah, basically, see, I can't speak. So yes, this again, great issue as well. All these issues right here, these fur evil issues, are, like I said, pretty awesome so far. So if you have a Saber and you're reading them, you will agree with me that these are pretty awesome. If you haven't yet, check one out or wait for the paperbacks when they come out, when the all collections come together. Now, fanboys versus zombies, and this issue, there's a whole bunch of zombies still out there, and they're trying to get out of San Diego. And Robert Kirkman, I believe, is in this, or is it? It's like a Robert Kirkman-esque kind of person. So that's basically what fanboys versus zombies is about, as they're using all of their fanboy knowledge and guest stars to help them get out of San Diego zombie outbreak during Comic-Con. So, alright. Now to the news. In Thailand, in Bangkok, Thailand, there's a bat museum. There's a Batman museum that a guy, when he saw Batman Begins in 2005, he realized that he has all this Batman memorabilia and just decides to open a Bat Museum and has all this great stuff. I mean, just a ton of Batman stuff through the ages. It's a pretty cool museum. If you ever get to Thailand, check it out because it's pretty awesome. Secondly, Joe Kanahan planned, if I butchered that name, I'm sorry. The screen adaptation was in talks, I believe, like a year ago, and now that we've not heard about it for a while, he actually put out a tweet saying that it's finished. So the Nemesis screenplay has been finished. There's no further details on how they're going to go forward with this, but if you read the Nemesis comic book, you are probably excited because I've heard great things about this comic book. Because the guys that wrote Kick-Ass did this. So I haven't really read this comic book yet, but I heard it's great and still should go pick it up. So, all right. Secondly, thirdly, um, new Walking Dead season, October 13th. There's videos online where they show new footage and new interviews, and the new footage is basically going to show you how they show more people in the prison now, and how all these new people and Rick and all the regulars are going to survive and take care of all these people in the prison while the zombies are still trying to get into the prison. I can't wait for this season because it's going to be amazing. Not only is there more action in this season, but there's more drama, and it's such a great show. Oh my god, it's such a great show. All right. Fourthly, there's going to be a lot of tie-ins to in Marvel and Icons comic books that are going to be on sale this December. So if you want to find out the full list, go to comicalliance.com and search for tie-ins, Marvel, and Icon comics, and then give a whole two-page or two-paragraph list of what comic books are going to have to do with the Marvel tie-ins, what comic books are going to have to do with Icon tie-ins. It's amazing. Check it out. And then lastly, one of my great friends, Aaron Leadup, has he's in a band. He lives in Hollywood. And he's trying to be an actor. He is an actor. I'm not saying, why am I saying try it? He is an actor, and he's in a band, which he's both pretty good at. And so he has a new mixtape out. You can find him on Aaron Leadup Facebook, facebook.com/Aaron Leadup. Look him up. Or go to YouTube and look up Aaron Leadup summertime. What is it? Look up his music videos through the YouTube, through the Facebook link. See, I can't talk today. I don't know why, but find his page on Facebook. Click on the link. Go to YouTube. Watch the video. Listen to the songs. Click like and subscribe, and help him out because he's an amazing guy. All right, so that will be this edition of Nerd Daily News. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.